The current test being done locally for COVID-19 detects the presence of the virus while it is active in a person's system. Antibody tests show if a person had a previous infection and therefore produced antibodies which fight off infection. The health minister outlined why it is necessary to go this route.
Over time, the testing protocol will have to be adjusted. And so one of the things we're looking at now is antibody testing, and that will be introduced, particularly as you open up, which is a different type of testing to look now at the antibodies, which means the exposure level of the individual and by extension the population to the virus. That testing is likely to be a more mass testing mechanism, as I understand it. And so to answer your question about the 2.8 million in the next couple of months, I don't think that we will get to 2.8 million because that's not the current approach. There is a protocol that governs testing, which we think has worked for us to date, even though that protocol is subject to change, which means more testing, but maybe a different kind of testing over the next couple of months, which could lead to a lot more people being tested, but not necessarily the 2.8 million that you have asked about.
Meanwhile, Dr. Tufton says there is no indication that an employee at a New Kingston-based call center who tested positive for COVID-19 contracted the virus at work. Dr. Tufton says the employee has been isolated in a government facility and contact tracing has started in relation to that case.
The BPO has been temporarily closed to facilitate supervised cleaning, including the HVAC system. Of note is that the management of that entity has been in compliance with the recommended social distancing, while scale testing of the staff is not recommended at this time. However, some employees will be sampled. In other words, based on the risk assessment, some employees will be tested. However, it is not determined at this time that the individual who has tested positive picked up the virus from the particular facility.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Health Department on Tuesday served a closure notice on Centerfield Media on Trinidad Terrace. It said the call center was ordered to close for non-compliance under the Disaster Risk Management Order. Stephen Winter, Frontline News.